What's up, YouTube? This is Desert Survivalist 1. Today we got a very special edition of the show. Well, realize we haven't done the show for a while, but this is kind of a special edition here. Special product review for Survivalist Box. Now, what we're looking at here today is basically a survival subscription box. It's kind of a new thing that's popped up in the last couple of years, this whole subscription box thing where you basically pay monthly and you get gear of one sort or another. It doesn't have to be survival gear, but various gear or stuff, video game related stuff. I think there's one that does that kind of stuff, but this one here was sent to me by Survivalist Box specifically for this review, so thank you very much for that, guys. Just wanted to kind of get the message out about this thing and give them a little exposure. So this is basically our unboxing video. As I recall, I think it's $45 a month, free shipping. It's got quite a bit of value packed into this little guy, from what I understand. I think there's two different versions, if I remember right. This would be the full version, where it's got all the different stuff. Now, to clarify, this is not a kit. This is a survival box service, so you get different stuff every month. So before somebody says, "Well, wait, there's no water filter or whatever in this," it's not a survival kit. It's a Survivalist Box monthly thing. So they're going to have different stuff in the box every month. This is just the kind of the welcome box, the inaugural box of the service. So with that, let's go ahead and get this sucker open here. Yeah, brother, probably should have done this earlier, but you get to watch my big pig sticker at work. Beautiful bale. Alrighty, so here he comes open. We got our nice little packing list here. Has the contact info and so forth. And it looks like it gives you a little list of stuff. I don't know if you can read that too well. But it gives you a list of what's in the box, and then estimated retail value, which is what appears to me you would pay if you went to like a Big Five or Sports Authority or Walmart or one of those places and bought this stuff yourself. So that's a nice little packing list, and shows you, well, how much this box would have been had you gone out and done it yourself, which looks like it's somewhere north of, well, right around $45, or well, north of $45. Anyway, so that's your packing slip. If you don't care about keeping these, it's also a fire starting material, I suppose. So first thing we encounter here is a survival tip card. Pretty good little survival tips on there. And looks like we also got a nice free little button compass here attached to it. Always good to have in your little survival kits. And let's see, we got business cards with his contact info. So, first thing I notice about this box is it's packed in some really pretty reasonable tinder. I know that's a weird thing to notice, but this stuff would be fairly decent to use for starting a fire. So here, what we have here first, some little thing in a case, and this appears to be a real tiny little multi-tool. Well, will you look at that? That's pretty nifty and stiff. Can't get the dang thing open, but one-handed anyway. So we got a nice little multi-tool. Doesn't look like it's made by anybody specific, but that'll fit in an Altoid tin kit or something along those lines. You know me and my Altoid tins. Let's see what we got. So here's a caveman bar maple nut. Not too familiar with this myself, but all natural, gluten-free, no peanuts. Looks pretty healthy. So you got some sort of survival food. Which you must be able to eat while you're opening the box. More food here. We've got this. Oh, this stuff. Yes, I'm familiar with it. It's a canned cheese. Despite the Arabic, it's actually made in Australia. It's actually cheddar cheese. I've tried this at one of the prepper shows, and it's very good. Pretty long shelf life. Cheese in a can. Just cut it up, put it on crackers. There we go. There's the English. This stuff is pretty good. Let's see here. Razor saw UST, which is kind of an exploding brand of survival equipment. So you got your nice little saw and some sort of razor blade in there. It looks like a ruler on the edge of him. I've looked at these but never gotten one, so I guess now we've got one. This is turning out to be kind of... You got those two, you got a pretty bang up Altoid tin kit. The emergency blanket here, one of the larger ones, 87 by 59. Nice, folded real nice and thin, unlike the way some of those other ones are packed. Let's see, yeah, more food here. There's another caveman bar, dark chocolate cherry nut. Ooh, that actually sounds better to me. Might have to give him a shot, see how that is. Over here we've got ourselves a nice little, pretty high power, looks like a nice flashlight. Let's see if she turns on here. I guess batteries are not included, but if it were to come on, you've got a nice little focuser beam thing there. Also threaded of some sort. I guess that's supposed to be the grip. And it's got a belt clip too, which is very handy. Man, you know, multi-tool. Look at all this mini stuff. See, I'm attracted to mini. You got your little mini compass. You got your little mini tools here. Looks like the beginning of a real bang-up Altoid tin kit. A grenade pouch kit like that one I made. And let's see, last but not least, we've got ourselves a Coughlin's Flint Striker. These are pretty good. There's your tinder right there, and there's all the more tinder there. I've used these to start several fires. They're pretty good. Give you a nice, reasonably large flame coming off of them. So that's pretty impressive there. Get him out of the way. So let's lay all this stuff out here and just see. So you got two bars, two grain bars, I guess I'll call them. I don't think they're granola, but a can of cheese, your Flint Striker, multi-tool with its own little pouch. You got your nice flashlight. Guess they're not doing the batteries, but you can kind of see. Looks like a pretty substantial flashlight. There. You got your razor saw, and you got your emergency blanket. So all that right there. You got fire, you got warmth, you got light, and you got some tools. So you're part of the way there. And I'm assuming in the next, and you got direction over here with the compass. So that puts you well on your way to a nice little kit, or just throwing this stuff in with your regular prepping gear. So I assume in the next installment we get more and better additions to whatever our gear is. That's pretty good little value for 45 bucks, considering you're running around either paying gas or paying shipping to get it all. Considering I've never even seen this particular multi-tool anyway. They're never. I've seen small ones, but they're usually a lot crappier than this. That nifty little flashlight, I'm not really liking that. Considering that, and the cheese, I think I've never seen in a store, so considering that you'd have to pay shipping and get all this junk online and all that stuff, I'd say it's a pretty good little value for $45 a month. Now I'm going to post a link to his site and subscription down below. Let me re-clarify at the end here, this is not my creation. This was sent to me by a friend of mine who started this whole Survivalist Box company, so don't check with me for questions about it necessarily. Check the link I'm going to post below if you're looking to subscribe or looking to get hooked up with further info about this, and I'll have that down there for you guys. So that's been our unboxing of the inaugural welcome box for Survivalist Box. Very nifty little package, and I will sign off until next time, whenever that may be. We kind of ended the show, kind of ended the surplus business more or less for a while anyway. So you'll get further updates as events warrant. Thanks, guys.